afternoon, folks. Welcome to the CTA podcast. It is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. I'm not going to get stupid. You know, you see me wear shirts for Mexican soccer teams. I even got a couple that just say Mexico for the national soccer team. And if you've been watching, you know I got the Cruz Azul banner up there because that's my favorite team. But we're not going to just talk about, you know, the Cinco de Mayo really doesn't mean a lot to the Mexican people. If you know somebody, ask somebody you know. Don't take this white boy's word for it, or mostly white boy. But don't take my word for it. Okay? There it is. Excuse me. It's afternoon because, dude, I woke up at like, you guys been doing this? Wake up 2:30, 3 in the morning, 3:30, wide awake. Like that's it, my day is starting. Me and the cat are on the same cycle now. I wake her up. Eek. And so I woke up at 3, took her to work, came back, took a nap. Welcome to the afternoon. Hi everybody. It feels like it's already been a few days since I've seen you. So let's talk about the coronavirus. It's Big Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo. I swear to... Alright, real quick Cinco de Mayo story. I had a dude in my, I don't know if he was in, I think I went to middle school and high school with this guy. And I swear to God, Cinco de Mayo, bro, the 4th. And I'm like, no, dude, Cinco, the 5th. And he thought it was the 4th. I don't know why he thought that. But like, he was like, Cinco de Mayo's on the 4th. And I was like, no, it's not. Maybe because we as a school might have like celebrated it on the Friday, which was the 4th. And then he just got it stuck in his head. But I swear to God, he was like, yeah, bro, Cinco de Mayo, the 4th. No, Mark, that is incorrect, sir. All right. So I want to talk about this dude on TikTok made a video, and I'm glad he made this video. It's of a woman who shows up to buy gas, and I think it's in Kentucky. She's got the mask on, but this part right here, all cut out. So her nose and her face and everything is showing. He looks at the video and goes, hey, yo, check this out. And then it cuts to her and she walks up. He goes, hey, where'd you get that mask? And she goes, well, since we got to wear them, I just cut a hole in it because it's hard to breathe. I just cut a hole in it because these masks make it hard to breathe. You remember what we were talking about? How just because the coronavirus is here doesn't mean we have to revert back like we know nothing. We know stuff. We know stuff. We know stuff. We know stuff. What else is going on today, man? It is Big Tuesday. Have you guys been eating a lot of food? Vegas rules are still in effect. I woke up this morning, 3 in the morning, about 4:30 in the morning. I had a chicken teriyaki bowl for breakfast. I like not knowing, eating what time, you know. Like in Japan, Japanese people generally eat the same meal over and over. I used to have a joke about it. I tell the audience, I go, hey, do you guys know what Japanese people eat for breakfast? They go, what? I go, Japanese food, you racist? And they're like, oh. And I go, because what I mean is they eat the same thing, rice, fish, put the mic down. You know, like if they eat the same thing no matter what time of the day it is. They don't have like bangers and mash in the morning and then beer at night, or whatever it is the English do for their thing. I told you guys for New Year's this year I gave up beer. Now when I want to drink a beer, I just drink vodka. Why just cut out the middleman. I feel like we're cutting out the middleman. I like the stuff that's coming back though. A lot of TV, like infomercial type stuff is popping up and people are falling for it. You know, call now. And but wait, there's more. Growing up, man, that was all the commercials were. The best commercial. You know, I learned a lot about 60s rock. There was an album series called Freedom Rock. Solid. I mean, everybody's made fun of this commercial before, but if you literally haven't seen it, it is like, well, you know, like some old hippies are, you know, chilling in 1983 or 80, you know, and the guy's like, hey, bro, is that Freedom Rock? Turn it up. And then it's all these hippie, you know, I would say hippie songs, but songs that came about from that era, you know. Even now, if you can go see them on YouTube, it's so stupid. But that's how it was, because you know you have the compilation. Now they do a thing called Now That's What I Call Music. I'm sure your mom has one of the CDs, or you have one of the CDs, in which case you're the mom. Sorry, Amber. Mask with a hole in it. We're dealing with some stupid people out there. We've been talking a lot about Michigan because it holds a special place in my heart. I lived in Michigan. I lived in the UP. Got some friends from Michigan. I like this spot. Okay, I was in Detroit a couple years ago. Woo! So in Michigan, they had the armed militia show up and protest at the Capitol. They were, camo, big beards, a lot of dudes that looked like me, but with guns and anger in their heart. So it said it won't take long till somebody gets pissed off about these laws and starts shooting people. Right? Right. So it happened yesterday. I guess there was an altercation at a store about you can't wear a mask and get the fuck out. We don't want to serve you because you're not wearing the mask. And there was some shit talking. And then that woman went home, and then her husband and son came back to the store and murdered the security guard right in the middle of the store. They're all on camera. They didn't care that they got caught murdering a dude for not wearing the mask. Now, it was really more about you disrespected me as opposed to the mask. The mask is just a catalyst to get to, I have to kill you to prove that I'm worth something. Or, like most murder, it's based in fear. Fear of looking bad. Fear of losing your reputation. So you gotta go murder somebody. By the way, this was not in Detroit. This was in Flint. There must be something in the water. Something else about Michigan is the governor's ordered the lockdown, but a lot of the people are like giving her the finger, saying, "Don't you worry, we don't need the masks. The virus is fake. It's not as bad as it seems." Michigan has the highest rate. Okay, they have 4,100 deaths. 4,100 deaths. California only has 2,300 deaths. You see what I'm saying? Higher population. And then for Michigan, 8 weeks ago, they had 2 cases, and now they got 44,000 cases. 44,000 cases, 4,100 deaths. That's a very high death rate. Do the math. Oh, it kills the same amount of people as the flu every year. Don't y'all even worry about it. I'm going to put this mask with a hole in it. Come on now. Go put the mask with a hole in it and go out there and exercise, because freedom trumps safety. Freedom trumps safety is the name of this. That's the sign, and I should make that into my own sign. That's the sign at the protest in Michigan. The best sign I saw. And that's what they believe, and therefore they are dying. Right? Live free or die. They're doing both. Living free and dying. It's kind of a new thing. Also, I heard this one dude bitching about, it's life, liberty, the pursuit. And people go, yeah. Life. Then liberty. Listen to what you just said. Life, liberty, then the pursuit. So let's get the life part first. Once again, I'm sorry, I know I keep hammering this home, but contagious virus with no cure. Contagious virus with no cure. That is what we're dealing with. I don't know how we can tell people, because they don't feel like you or I or anybody in medical, they don't feel like anybody has credibility about this except for them. And you know what? I'll just come right out and admit it. I did not think it was going to be this bad. There you go. I even made jokes on stage. I had a joke that I found in my notebook where I had said, this was the joke. Coronavirus has killed 37 people in America. So it was way back then. I said, coronavirus has killed 37 people in America. But vaping has killed 43. What's really the thing? But we didn't know that number was going to go 33. 250,000. Like, we didn't know that it was going to be, that many people. And if that was like on a special, or if that was broadcast, I'd look like a real asshole. That's why you don't put your open mic stuff online unless it really works. It's really good. And so even then, even the jokes have to change, because now I feel personally that we got to wait this thing out. We can't talk about the effect of it as far as the finished product. We can talk about right now, which is the beginning effects of it. Okay? People are getting bored, people are getting violent, people are shooting and killing clerks that tell them that they have to wear a mask. People are getting to be on edge. There's a lot of crime going on, a lot of shootouts on the freeway here in LA. I don't know if you've been following cops and robber type stuff. Also, I read that there's LA County has issued over 2,500 tickets for drivers doing over 100 miles an hour. Holy shit, people! Isn't no traffic enough for you? It's not. There's no traffic. You can just drive, literally. If you drive around LA, if you could just do 60 or 75 around LA, the freeways, you get anywhere you want to. It'd be like the best thing. If you could actually just do 70 the whole way and not have to stop on the freeway as usual. Like 405 every day, which is, you know, I live with a 405 and 101 cross every day before this, you know, what do they say, 2 million cars a day. Like, that's a lot of cars. Or not 2 million a day. I don't know what it was. I don't know the numbers. I'm not going to quote the numbers. But it's a lot of cars. Every time. Every day it was back to every day solid red. To the past few months, past few weeks, green. Green. Everything's green. If you just drove around, you didn't have to worry about people. You wouldn't have to get speeding tickets. What else we got about this? Dude, Michigan, guys, what's happening up there? What is happening up there? Is the early spring coming, the thaw came, and you're just like, what the fuck it? You know? Is COVID on Mackinac Island yet? Is COVID in every place? Is it all over the UP? You know? Is it in Marquette? Like, what? Now, some of these places really are rural. And then their problem is that they're so rural, they won't even get any of the group herd immunity. Right? Which is what happens when we barely graze against each other. So you don't want to... The people that are repeatedly exposed to this stuff seem to die. Frontline workers in New York, doctors, surgeons, nurses, like their rate is getting higher the longer that their exposure is directly to it. EMTs, like, that's what you got going on. In New York, they're starting to find people just dying on the bus, at the subway, you know, just dead. Just dead. We're just finding dead bodies everywhere. Yeah, no big deal. No big deal to the one side of the political party that rules this nation. No big deal. They just have bodies getting bought up. You know, I don't do this show to be like, you know, grow through the president, unless the president's screwing us. And that's how I feel right now. You know, there's plenty of shows you can turn on where their whole thing is to just make fun of Trump, no matter what he does. If he makes fun of this, or if he does that, or if he got toilet paper on his shoe, blah, blah. But I don't feel like there's any joke that you can make. Honestly, there's no joke you can make that's crazier than the truth. There's nothing you could say that, because in comedy, so you're like, oh, well, then we'll take it to the absurd. You can't take it more to the absurd, you see? Do you understand? Like, you can't make fun of Airplane because it's already as absurd as could be. So when you, that's what we have right now. We have Airplane as the president. Okay? Surely you can't be serious. Don't call me Shirley. My ratings are incredible. Like, dude, that's what we're dealing with. He said he don't want to deal with the Democratic governors because they've been running their states poorly and that would be unfair to Republicans. And I said this, sir, you are the president of the United States of America. When you campaigned, Democrats voted for you, Republicans voted for you. People in California voted for you. People in LA, everybody voted for everybody. Okay? People don't realize that. You know, Clinton got like 4 million votes in Texas, and you think Texas is all Trump? It's not. Like, and you think California's all not Trump? They're not. There's a lot of, you know what I mean? The whole world is, we're all together here in this shit, man. And we need some solid leadership. And it's just bugging me. Like, I just feel like the part about my ratings are great. I guess that's what bugs me the most. Like, of course they're great, bro. Everybody, like, that's what happens when people are dying, and they need to talk to the leaders. They watch every day. But then you hide, you know what I mean? Alright, I'm just going to leave it on that. It ain't about partisan, dude. This disease kills Republicans and Democrats. Republicans buy sneakers too. This is the Jordan quote everybody loves to talk about. Jordan says, I stand by that. Why did I go there, Christopher? Because Republicans get coronavirus too. Old Republicans that live in homes. Like my grandma. You know, I mean, she's gone now. She's not going to get it. But she'd be susceptible because she was in not a nice home. you know? And then these nurses got to go back and forth between all the homes. What do you think is going to happen, dude? There's going to be little hot spots of COVID that pop up. Look, I just want to end on a positive note today and say this. We're going to be okay if we don't lose ourselves, all right? We're only going to die because of our own arrogance, right? You don't got to go out and party with your friends. Like, what? I mean, think about how much stuff is over, dude. You're never going to share ice cream with anybody. You're never going to want to, you know. I think of how many people are jammed into the club when you go to see a show. Oh, it's a sold-out standing room only show. Now standing room only is going to look like a checkerboard. I mean, it's sad. It can't go back to the way it used to be for a while. For a while. You know, vaccines and blah. We're talking years. But think about this. I mean, look, polio, it didn't go back to normal. Every summer they closed the pools. People were quarantined. I'm talking, look back at your history. Don't believe good old CTA here. He's just an idiot talking in his basement. Actually, it's not a basement, but it might as well be for the way I'm acting today. My point is this shit's going to come back and come back and come back, and we got to be ready for it. But in order to be ready for it on this side, it's okay to look to the past and see what we've done before. I put a picture up on my Instagram from 1918 with all the people wearing masks, and then there's a sign that says wear a mask or go to jail. They were like, if you don't want a mask, you don't have to wear a mask in jail. And that's what during the Spanish flu, which everybody likes to talk about so much. But they don't talk about how everybody wore a mask that year. Just do it for a while. It's alright, there's fashionable. You can get one in camouflage. Even the blue camouflage. Alright. Guys, that's what I got for you today. Thank you for listening. I tell you what, I really love the love. Thank you. You know, we had a little dip last month because I feel like we're all depressed. But somehow, some way, it's going to work out. We're going to see each other. We're going to be able to hug. We're not going to share ice cream. Do you guys, the very, very funny Chris Oliver, stand-up comedian friend, runs the Dow with his wife Bobby. He had a bit about buying stuff. I don't want to give any of the bit away, but just buying stuff you don't require during this. And I got to tell you, I got this giant spoon because we ordered the wrong spoon. I'm not normally a prop comic, but I just wanted you guys to see the spoon. It showed up, and me being a good boy, I just unwrapped it and put it in the thing like, I wonder we're going to make a big pot of gumbo with that. She comes home and goes, oh, that's the wrong spoon. I was like, you know, today was my day to be a good house husband, and I already took the packaging and put it out by the curb, and the trash man's already coming. Like, I actually did everything right. I didn't put it off. Unable to return the spoon. So now I have, I'm just going to call this the commemorative COVID spoon. That's what it is, because every time I use this for a large bowl of cereal, I guess, I'm going to think about this time and how we buy shit we don't want. Alright, that's what I got for today, guys. That's what's up. Oh, still wearing the sarong, because I just don't give a shit.